Good morning. It's time for Winging It Buffalo Style. I'm Diana Fairbanks.
And I'm your CW star, Matt Snyder.
Well, it's going to be a fun show today. One of the reasons it's going to be a fun show, we have Chef Scotty in the kitchen from the Riley Street Station. Always a great time. He's going to be cooking up a Cuban recipe for us and, of course, his winning personality.
And we're discussing that his outfit is so crazy because it's not crazy. He switched it up today.
Twist.
And we're going to have a lot of musical guests in the studio. First, we are going to get a preview of the Band Against Bullying concert that's happening. And then we have some musical guests from the Orchard Park Chorale who are going to do an a cappella number.
Well, if they sound as good as they look, it's going to be great. So I'm really looking forward to that. Also, we're going to be talking about all the events happening at Canalside this summer. 800 events. Okay, we can't talk about all 800 of them, but we're going to talk about a lot of them. It's really going to be a lot of fun this summer. So we're going to help get you excited for the season and get the inside scoop on everything that's coming our way. Of course, this morning, we can't not talk about Angelina Jolie. Breaking news happened overnight. She alerted the world in a New York Times editorial that she has had a double mastectomy. Preventative. She found out she had this BRCA1 gene that would make her at a hugely increased risk for breast and ovarian cancer. So she decided to have a double mastectomy. Got ahead of the game, and she is now being really open about what she went through, her choices, and she's really putting it all out there in the hopes of having other women talk about it, getting themselves tested, and getting ahead of their own health. I gotta tell you, honestly, Angelina and I have had a rocky past. She and I are not super close. However, I'm so proud of her for making this announcement and the fact that we're taking this conversation up to another level. I personally know women who have had the same test and who have chosen to have the same surgery, and it takes such guts, and I'm just so happy to have them still in my lives, and, in my life. And if we can have this conversation because of a movie star like Angelina Jolie, then great, let's have it.
And I think congratulations are in order for Angelina in general. There's a lot of celebrities out there that don't use their celebrity to benefit anything, and I think she's very good about, working with causes, using the things that she's going in through her life to benefit the people that do watch her, because she has such a large fan base. So why not use that celebrity to help people along the way? And I think that, she is one of the celebrities that definitely does that.
And there are some people out there who are saying, well, this is a really expensive test. Not everybody can afford to have this, but you do want to double check with your insurance, because there are a lot of insurance companies that do cover this test and will help you. And honestly, for the insurance companies, in the long run, it's going to cost them less to test you for this and to take preventative measures than it would be to treat you if you had breast and ovarian cancer. So it's really in their best interest, I think, in the long run, if that's something that you want to do. I think the best thing you could do, though, is talk to your own doctor about your own family history, your mother, your aunt, your grandmother. Think about who you know, who's been affected by it, and really work with your healthcare professional to take control of your own health.
And of course, this carries over to any kind of cancer, prostate cancer, even the guys. One of the best things you can do is be preventative.
Absolutely.
But switching gears a little bit, we were all having fun. A lot. We were all having fun around the office taking a quiz that you sent out this morning.
I love Time Magazine and read Time Magazine all the time. It's one of my favorite publications. They do a great job. Well, the latest edition is the me, the millennial generation. If you don't follow Time on Twitter, you should. They're, I think, one of the best examples of how to be a great Twitter feed out there. And one of the things they had this morning on their Twitter feed was a test. You could take a little quiz on how millennial are you. And so I had to take it because Time asked me to. And I really scored quite low. But I sent it to our producer, Lauren Hall, just to see, how she would do. And she did great. She did great.
Well, I don't know. Is it great or is it bad that you do great? I took the quiz and I wasn't sure, because it's all about being a little bit egocentric.
It's a tongue-in-cheek kind of quiz. It's a little bit funny. Some of the questions, are can you do a full lotus while texting?
And one was, have you waited in lines for cupcakes? I took the test and I was like, I have waited in line for cupcakes. Have you taken a selfie while waiting in line for cupcakes? I was like, no. But I scored a 35. What'd you score?
I scored pretty low. I forget the exact number, but it was pretty low.
Our producer, Lauren Hall, scored a whopping 85. And was upset that she didn't score higher.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. It's all about knowing who you are, where you fit in the world, and owning that. And, Lauren is a great example of doing just that. And she is so positive and energetic and youthful, and she does all of these amazing things. And I think she's a great positive example of a millennial.
And every generation has an identity. You could take this quiz for Generation X, any of those generations, and it's kind of like, yeah, we own it, we love it. Some people, you might not like that we tweet, that we Instagram, that we have this whole social media database, but we're using it for good.
Well, and I'm Generation X. Do I look mopey? I mean, not really. Okay, so we all have our own generation. There is a young millennial who I'm super proud of, though. There's this young woman who she's created a new app that I must get. It is called the Tweevo app. And work with me here, if you will. I go to bed really early Sunday nights because I get up early Monday morning. So I'm in bed by 7:30, which means I can't watch two of my favorite shows. I can't watch Mad Men and I can't watch Game of Thrones. I got to DVR them or watch them on demand. So then Monday comes around, I can't even get on Twitter because everything out there in the world is all talking about spoilers for Mad Men and Game of Thrones. She has created an app that will let you filter out your Twitter feed of things that you don't want to know yet, like Mad Men spoilers or Game of Thrones spoilers. Genius.
I mean, this is something that when I do watch TV, I don't mind spoilers, so.
I sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know, movies I don't usually care, but Mad Men, that's kind of like, that's my show. You know, that's my show.
See, I just started watching Game of Thrones, but I've read the book, so you can't filter out past knowledge, so I know what's going to happen.
It's not the
I mean,
same.
I can give you the whole rundown of the next 3 seasons right now if you'd want.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Game of Thrones
But
is a
it's
whole
smart, though,
different
because
thing.
I know that, like, when I get on Twitter, all of my friends are like, don't tweet about it, but I want to tweet about it.
Well, and I'm
So
not asking anybody to not tweet because I don't think you should do that. You shouldn't tell people not to tweet about something that's already out there in the world. But then it's my responsibility then to not see it. And if I can have a little help from this, teenager who's created this great app, then great. But, I did watch Mad Men yesterday, and I could talk a whole nother hour about that, but I'm not gonna. Don Draper and I are continually on the outs.
Well,
Boo.
speaking of Mad Men, that is the perfect transition because yesterday we promised to show you if the world of Mad Men is like the world of modern day advertising, and it's time to share that with you now.